proud Drakor who wields fire with the skill of a mage and the ferocity of a monster. Whether he's raining flames down on his enemies or bombarding them with molten mayhem, this scaly pyromancer knows that the best defense is setting your enemies on fire. Fireball, Charnok's basic attack. Charges a fiery projectile that explodes on impact. This can be upgraded to Big Ball of Fire to add a third charge, increasing its burst damage. Or Burn Notice, which applies burning to your enemies when struck by a fully charged fireball. Charnok's Dragon's Breath, a short-range cone of flame to scorch nearby enemies. Turning up the heat allows you to channel Dragon's Breath longer, increasing the sustained damage to slow roast your targets. While Fire Shelter provides armor and projectile deflection, a great defensive option to protect against both melee and ranged attackers. Charnok's Detonate propels yourself upward with explosive force, damaging and pushing nearby foes. Blast Off pushes enemies further and deals more damage, the go-to upgrade for sending your opponents off the edge for that zesty ring-out badge. Or Dive Bomb, allowing you to dive down in the air, burning enemies on landing. The extra mobility can double as a tricky retreat or an aggressive engage. A Burning Love causes a meteor to strike the area, dealing massive damage to adversaries inside. Finally, Flame On, Charnok's focus skill. Creates massive pillars of flames that knock up enemies and leave a burning area. An explosive burst of AoE damage that can incinerate an entire enemy team. This first clip comes courtesy of K-Suds. A friendly HK is caught out and the team jumps to the rescue. The enemy trip goes into stealth to give us the slip, but an excellent dive bomb exposes her position, and a final fireball is flung to finish her off. This second scene was captured thanks to Rezoic. Baiting the enemy team into attacking him away from the safety of their guardian, he piles on the damage with Hot Hail and Dragon's Breath, helping take out the Mozu and using Detonate to safety. A couple excellent fireballs singe the Sven as a handsome Gnosis player picks up the kill, putting us 30 power up with control of midship for the first rampage. Escaping from an unsuccessful exchange that left the team on our heels, the enemy decides to push in on our creature. At low health but sitting on a charge of focus, we see a friendly Tidal on the minimap, so it's go time. We drop a Hot Coals to slow him, Flame On for the burst, Fireball Becca dead, Fireball Paco dead, Detonate to close the gap, Tidal swoops in for the kill on Sven, defending our creature within an inch of its life and keeping our control of the map. Greetings, gigantic fans, and welcome to the hero overview for Zenobia, a tentacle temptress with a penchant for pain. Trained by Devedra in the art of sorcery, she wreaks destruction by controlling the battleground and debuffing her foes. If you are to achieve greatness, your enemies must be destroyed. It's as simple as that. Gaze of Envy, Zenobia's basic attack. Attaches a beam to your target, draining their life force while restoring your own. This can be upgraded to Greedy Gaze to increase the health gain, providing you with more sustainability in the fight. Or Withering Gaze, applying weakness to your target, decreasing their damage to soften their strikes against you and your allies. Zenobia's Words of Spite lets loose a homing projectile that cracks armor, reducing defenses. It can be upgraded to Echo of Spite, causing it to bounce to 2 additional targets, great for spreading out damage and punishing groups of enemies. While Demoralizing Cry adds to the effects, draining the target's movement speed and increasing yours to help close the gap or extend your distance. Zenobia's Wave of Sorrow, a ground-based projectile that knocks up and weakens, a potent tool for preventing damage and peeling for your party members. The Sorrow's Wake upgrade allows Wave of Sorrow to pass through enemies, excellent at disrupting the whole team and lowering their offensive power. Or Banishing Sorrow, to launch a foe into your combos or send them careening off a cliff for that tasty ring-out badge. Zenobia's Mark of Despair creates a targetable area that slows all enemies foolish enough to remain inside. Taking Depths of Despair will increase the area size and apply poison, reducing incoming healing to those affected, while Building Anguish instead delays the slow effect, but builds to a burst of damage that denies buffs. Finally, Cursed Soul, Zenobia's focus skill, disables those poor souls who are unfortunate enough to be caught within its area. Draining life but preventing them from taking outside damage, a potent tool for keeping targets out of a fight, like locking down a healer or preventing an entire team from assaulting a wound. In this clip, we see our pal Paco's in trouble. The enemy Trip goes into stealth to chase the kill, but a well-placed Mark of Despair exposes her thanks to the curse on Building Anguish. Words of Spite with Demo Cry keeps her close as the team lays her out, putting us up 20 power for the first rampage. Our Guardian is rampaging as we help secure a kill on the enemy Vodin. Heading to the wound, we try to get as much damage in as we can before Mozu starts shredding our HP. The opposing Paco wants to join the party and turn us into a purple popsicle, but we want to live, so we drop a Cursed Soul to disable them both. A quick Mark of Despair should slow them long enough to make an escape. Avoiding their attacks, we reach a much-needed healing bloom, get out alive to fight another day. And finally, we've got something extra spicy. Now this whole match, the enemy Trip was trying to take out our Charnock, but this time we're ready for her. She goes into stealth and drops a Starburst to disrupt our buddies, but we spot her Glimmer. Knowing she's after Charnock, a well-placed Wave of Sorrow sends her off the edge, granting us a Ghost Hunter badge and the ring out. Greetings, gigantic fans, and welcome to the hero overview for Zandora. An eternal walking among mortals, Zandora's presence inspires life, strength, and swiftness in her allies. But foes beware, her damage and dueling potential is not to be ignored. So stand strong with your allies and your auras and lead them to victory. Star Lance Strike, Zandora's basic attack, performs a 3-swing melee attack combo. Hitting extends an active aura. The Aura Affinity upgrade aids in upkeep, to allow an aura to be restarted after it ends. Excellent for keeping your auras rolling while chasing or evading. Wielding a lance, her basic attack range extends further than most melee heroes. The range can be extended even further with Starlight Stream, perfect for zoning opponents or getting those hard-to-hit heroes on their tricky sniper spots. The best part is, you can tap to melee, so you don't lose your jump attack or back attack triple. Zandora's Aura of Strength deals damage to all enemies in melee range on activation, and you and nearby allies deal an additional 10% basic attack damage. This can be upgraded to Strength of Arms for more damage and duration, great against high health targets like creatures or guardian wounds. Or you can take Lance and Blow for a powerful burst of damage with extended range. Zandora's Aura of Haste provides you and nearby allies with an additional 10% movement speed and gives you stamina when activated. It can be upgraded to All Do Haste for a super speed increase to help you follow your fleeing foes and skate along with style. Or if you're feeling fancy, Rainbow Dash pushes aside enemies for an expeditious engage or a rapid retreat. You can also make some pretty sweet jumps. Zandora's Aura of Life cleanses debuffs and regenerates health for you and your allies. The Life Goes On upgrade is superb for more sustain, while Bursting with Life is best for burst healing your buddies and friendly creatures. Finally, Vow of Shielding, Zandora's focus skill. Shields you and nearby allies, providing significant damage reduction. Hitting with Star Lance Strike restores some shield, so use it early and often. Your friends are sure to appreciate it. In this clip, we arrive just in time to see one of our teammates bite the dust. As we engage on the Zenobia, a wild Margrave appears to level out the playing field. Using Aura of Strength, we focus the Zenobia as she focuses us back. Seeing that she's low, with the Margrave still in tow, we activate Bursting with Life early to offset the damage already taken, and the passive healing helps us to sustain through Zenobia's taking damage. Aura of Haste allows us to chase as the Gnosis charges in and we secure the kill. Exiting a fight that didn't quite go our way, we hear a friendly Margrave call for help. Bursting with Life does just enough healing to keep him alive, and we peel the Ashland with a couple jump attack cripples. That looked like a fight we could have won, but I know the enemy Trip is thirsty for blood, so we opt for an early retreat. Aura of Haste provides enough movement speed to get us out alive and find safety behind our baby bloomer. Another Bursting with Life puts our friends out of the danger zone and keeps us ahead in the power race. The enemy is attacking our C point as we rotate in to defend. We jump in with Aura of Life to cleanse our allies and help us sustain and pop a Vow of Shielding to absorb the initial burst of enemy cooldowns. Rainbow Dash disrupts the opposing HK as we slide into position to help our Gnosis and secure a kill on the retreating trip. The HK makes a computing error, so we send him to the scrapyard. Engaging on the enemy creature right as our Margrave joins the party, the three of us have no problem taking down the Cerberus, leading to a rampage and an easy second wound.
Ganhe uma valadaça. Esse aqui. Algum. Entrada. Um pouco.
Here we go!
Take control of the battleground. Use the summoning circles to grant me strength.
Fala, gato. Nossa, tá assim. É, gente. Que isso? Ah, não, tá injogado.